and welcome back to Grow Joyfully. I'm back from my visit up to my childhood home and getting back to the garden, seeing all the weeds and ready to get at it. What I'm doing today is tying up and pruning tomatoes in the pasture garden that are growing up the cattle panels. So here is an example of 2, 3 that I have tied up and pruned, and this is what I haven't done and what I face. So I will be working on that today. What I need to do is take this little plant who's flopped over and tie it up, take off the suckers and the volunteers here. And as you can, I just wanted to show you today, this one was flopping over, right? Well, everything was starting to grow up this way, because what it does naturally is it lays down along the ground and then it shoots up and starts new parts of the plant, and it sends roots down from different places here. So you can grow it like that, but it doesn't keep it up away from insects and water and other things. So what we want to do is pull this plant upright, attach it to the cattle panel with some jute, and remove all these volunteers like this one. So that's what we're going to do. I just wanted to remind you that this is an important thing to do. As often as you can, go along and look at your tomatoes, keep them up off the ground. If you'll look right over here at this row, they are flopping over and doing their natural thing. So we are going to stop that. And then I'm going to rototill in the rows and get those weeds under control. So I'll be back with the results. It's looking better. This is how it looks now. So much better. And this is the row, the part of the row that I have not done. A lot better. Okay, I think this is worth showing again. Sorry about the loud truck going by. We wish on a daily basis that we weren't so close to a road that 22 years ago was not that busy, but as things have been going on in our world, things are changing. And I hate it with every fiber of my being, but nothing I can do about it, and there it is. So here are 2 leaders, main leaders that have started developing on this tomato plant. This one right, if you can see it enough, this one right here is the main leader. This one was a volunteer, and you can tell that because it's growing right here in the armpit of this branch, this stem, and this one. So this one is going to come off. First of all, we're going to move the leaf so we can see what we're doing. So I'm going to take, you can see the 2 of them, take this one off. It's going to take a little bit for the main leader to stand up properly, but I will tie it to the cattle panel to help aid it in that quest. We are getting some funky spots on our leaves in some ways. I'm not really sure what they're from. I know the overhead watering does not help, but you have to deal with what you have sometimes. That's okay, because we will still get wonderful big amounts of tomatoes. Doesn't that look better? There's still some weeds around them, and I have to rototill, but that is much better than this. Now, this might look a little more productive to some of you, but you really need to keep them cleaned up as far as their leaves hanging down, and then they can put the energy into growing their fruit instead of more leaves. So we go from cleaned up, tied up, from just all over the place. Here we have 2 leaders again. You can tell that this is the second one that grew because it is growing right here in the armpit. So take that one off right there. And we'll straighten up the main leader. I wanted to show you this one because it has 1, 2, 3 leaders growing. Actually, maybe more. Sorry, the leaves are in the way. And what the heck is that? That's got to be a super fasciated blossom right there. So now I have the decision to make, because I have fruit being set here, here, and here. Do I want to pull those off? This plant is a, let's see, Kellogg's Breakfast. Is a beautiful yellow, mild tomato. I don't think I'd be doing any favors for this tomato to let it grow all of these. So I am going to kind of go back to this. This one is volunteer, and I believe this one is too. But I'm going to just trim a little bit so we can see more of what's going on. Took that extra leader off. This thing's gone crazy. Clear down to the bottom. Even if there are fruits being set. If you do something like this, it kind of helps clear your head and helps you decide. Okay, I'm going to take this one off and not feel horrible about doing it. This plant was very heavy and let go, and it is bending over. Okay, so here you can see that this is an extra leader here. This is the main leader. So for the sake of the plant and the size of the tomatoes, I'm going to cut this super fasciated blossom. Do you see the leaves around it? And try to get it under control here. There goes that one. It's looking much better. It's going to feel better, although it looks pretty good right now. It just may not produce as well or feel better later on. There you go. That's a lot better. Take that one out and then tie it up. Row 2 completed. I still have to pick up the piles of leaves, rototill, and I'm watering as I go. Last row here, but then there's that one up there. So there's still more to do. Can't believe how much the corn back there has grown. I swear, even since we looked at it last night. Maybe I'm imagining it. Oh well. Row 3 is finished, starting row 4. 4th row done. And I rototilled around the rows and several others over here in the corn. And yes, I'm out of breath. But now I'm going to fertilize these guys with some fish emulsion. I was so tired I forgot to sign off. I just want to wish you a wonderful day. Keep working hard at your gardens and always remember to grow joyfully.